Hello folks, this has gone Spy. The Spy will come to you live for Star Wars Knights for Republic, the Sith Lords. As we learning the fact that the mining droids that the miners use to mine in stuff in the tunnels has for some reason 3 days ago during the time we slept, someone or something override the program of the mining droids, and we saw a couple of bodies of corpses of the miners. And furthermore, we're looking into the mystery of the dead 4 men that were in the cultural tank that was killed by the lethal dose, which should have been able to kill us too, but because of our Jedi training, according to this old woman that appears to not be dead but claims to have slept, as she put it, was because of the Jedi training that we've had. And furthermore, I've also learned that the character that I created is not only from the Mandalorian Wars, one of the Jedi that helped the Republic and Revan and Malak against the Mandalorians in the Mandalorian Wars, but he's also been exiled by the Jedi Order. Doesn't have a lightsaber, as you can see clearly. But right now, learn a great deal of facts from logs from the security decks and from the one Ned's and the medical bay. We need to find out of what happened during the fight, during the 3 days we slept in the cultural tank, how we got the Harbinger, and how we were unconscious to begin with. And find out if HK-47 is the protocol droid that the miners keep mentioning. But most importantly, we need to find out how in the world that these miners were able to learn the fact that we are Jedi, or that we used to be.
Be careful. There is much energy in the room beyond.
What the?
Yet it stems from nothing that lives.
Kreia? What?
Can you not sense them? Reach out. Cast aside your sight. Cast aside what you see. And instead, reach out with your perceptions. You can feel them. The droids you cannot perceive, but the small oscillations of energy, that you can feel, echoing outwards.
Seems to me that Kreia is a Jedi, but seems to be able to help us gain a passive progression power, which can be able to detect some people from behind the doors that we're about to enter. It seems to me that whenever this power is triggered, that we should save the game. But right now I don't feel like saving, so let's do this. What is happening? It's like the shadows are starting to wear off.
It is the Force you feel. It has not been so long as for you to forget.
The Force? But it doesn't feel like it did. It feels like it's like a sound coming from a great distance, but
Do not turn away from it. Listen. Feel it echoing within you. Come. I shall guide you down the familiar paths. You will need it if we are to survive and escape this place.
I was able to gain the experience that somehow reestablishes my connection to the Force. Alright, once this battle is finished, I need to level up to gain new force abilities for this new hero, for Arthur. I know that, and then I don't have the skills for computer use yet, but there's a reason for it. There are feats that you can be able to unlock class skills like computer use, repair skill, or even security or stealth. But right now I'm going to need to get into the computer use. I need to see if we can be able to somehow go into the memory core of one of the droids and see if we can be able to run battle meditation, the legendary ability that only Bastila can use. Back in the day, in the last game, battle meditation is something that Bastila uses to help the Republic to gain the advantage over against the Sith, which had been helping the Jedi and the Republic a great deal. Without this ability, the Jedi Order and the Republic would have lost against the Malik and the Sith a long time ago in the Jedi Civil War. I'm going to be needing to have this stun droid ability anyway. Force Scream. Interesting. Better figure that out later. It's been a long time since I've used force abilities, but it's going to be a while before I actually reestablish my full abilities to the person I used to be, to the person that he used to be. Stub generator, but I'm not going to be able to use it. Alright, looks like we've entered the control center that one of the logs was referring to. We'll need to clear the area of the droids if we're going to have access to that terminal over there in the north corner side. Let's turn more of these bastards into scrap pile. Like a cowboy. Eat this. Let's try this out. Alright, here's the administration computer. And with that, all the droids are now deactivated on this level, and the whole cell door and force field is also deactivated. Let's see if there's any droids left in this area. I need to see through one of their memory cores. I need to understand how they're reprogrammed, see if they're reprogrammed or not. Looks like I was able to make the right choice with the computer use abilities. It looks as if some recent modifications has been made to this unit's full car. The droids will no longer accept any commands from any member of the mining facility except one. The ID destination matches of the maintenance officer. The maintenance officer could be responsible for these mining droids. Let's see if we can check the last received commands. Alright, it looks as if their mining protocols have been set to mine any organics or any non-authorized droids in the facility. If this is the case, then the mining droids have likely wiped out everyone and everything in the facility. Now, can be starting thinking about that negative possibility. We have to see if there's any any survivors. Because that man should have been killed if that's the case, and that whole himself from the last video. But he was protected by that force field, which explains how he survived. Maybe if we can find this maintenance droid officer, we could see if he lives and give us some answers about this. See if I can head switch the mining protocol to defend the organics. Alright. Of course, when I'm going to come back here the next time, I'm just going to destroy them because they're no longer for reuses. Now let's go see about that man in the horn cell. If he's in that horn cell, that means he might be a smuggler, a thug, or maybe a criminal, or worse, a crime lord. But from the look of him,
Beyond this door,
he doesn't look like a crime lord.
Be mindful. His thoughts are difficult to read.
Understood.
But you have nothing to fear from this one. And he might yet prove useful.
Strange way how you put it, Korea, and still I don't even know how. I'm gonna have this conversation with you after dealing with him. Alright.
Nice outfit. What, you miners changed regulation uniform while I've been in here?
First off, who are you?
Atton Rand. Excuse me if I don't shake hands. The field only causes mild electrical burns.
Care to explain why you're locked up in here?
Security claimed I violated some trumped-up regulation or another. Take it up with them if you want. But they stopped listening to me shortly before they stopped feeding me. Now that's criminal.
Just what is this place? Where are we?
Oh, you mean you didn't come here on purpose? I'm shocked. I really am.
I'm
This
sure.
place in Paradise is the Paragus mining facility. The only supplier of shipping-grade engine fuel to this corner of the galaxy.
Paragus
Fuel plays havoc with engines, but it gets the job done. As long as you don't mind the toxic byproducts and trying to mine it without blowing yourself up.
Blowing yourself up?
Yeah, this asteroid belt is one giant minefield. One proton torpedo, even a stray blaster shot, can start an explosion that'll make the one that shattered Paragus 2 look like a kid's pop detonator.
Paragus 2? What are you talking about?
You know the planet with the exposed core you saw flying in? That hole was caused by the first mining station that tried to siphon fuel off the planet. Blew a whole chunk out of the planet and set it drifting out here in a big clump of fuel-cooled asteroids. So the miners drill the asteroids now, not the planet's surface. That's why they don't allow blasters here. Can't trust a miner jumped up on Juma juice not to fire one stray shot that'll turn the entire colony into a thermal detonator.
That would explain about the fact that... This would explain for a fact that in one of the logs, the sergeant officer was hounding the miners for bringing the blasters in. Okay. You probably have not even noticed while being stuck in your cell, but this facility is deserted. I've seen some corpses of the dead miners coming across against mining joints. What happened here? Wow, for the past 3 days? Where is everyone?
You mean before or after that Jedi showed up? Either way, it's a real short story. You see, this Jedi shows up, and you know what that means. Where there's one Jedi, the Republic will soon be crawling up your ion engine in no time. But the story gets better. See, some of the miners get it into their ferrocrete skulls that since the Jedi's unconscious, they can collect the bounty the exchange has posted for live Jedi. Well, what passes for the law here didn't like that idea. So the two groups started fighting. Then there was some big explosion, and then I was sitting here for a long time, waiting for some half-naked miner to show up and ask a bunch of questions.
There's a bounty on captured Jedi? Why? What is this about the exchange?
Don't know much about it. Maybe the exchange wants one as a trophy, or somebody's got something against Jedi and is looking to collect. Not many Jedi left. Wouldn't surprise me if the bounty's pretty high.
Not many Jedi left. No, that can't be true. That can't be right. I know that the Jedi Civil War had the Jedi Order and the Republic get a lot of casualties against Darth Malak, but what happened to them?
The ones that weren't killed in the Jedi Civil War ended up switching off the lightsabers long ago. Word is there's not even a Jedi Council anymore, but who knows?
I heard rumors. I heard the rumors of a war, but a war between two Jedi, Revan and Malak.
Yeah, Revan, Malak, and the Jedi that went to join them in the Mandalorian Wars. They turned against the other Jedi and had a scrap that almost laid waste to the galaxy. Where have you been?
I've heard a few rumors since the Mandalorian Wars, but little else about travels. What happened between Revan and Malak?
Well, I wasn't there, but like all Sith, Revan and Malak turned on each other. After they turned on the Jedi, of course.
I was led to believe that Revan was redeemed, and that he saved the Jedi and the Republic, going up against the Sith and his old apprentice, Malak.
I guess. There's rumors all over space about it. All I heard was Revan returned to pay Malak back for trying to kill her in the first place. You know, women.
Okay. Fucking cough. Well, I'll give you two things in that same sentence. One is that's sexist, and two, how long have you been in a cage? Have you been living under a rock in this entire time for years? Revan was a man, not a woman, dumbass.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I just hoped Revan was a woman.
Look. As much as I wanted to get into the history lesson about this Civil War, I need to know what happened here in this facility. I got some more questions for you.
Look, no offense. offense or anything, but your weird half-naked interrogation isn't my idea. Hey, wait a minute. You're that Jedi the miners were talking about. Where's everybody?
Surprise, dickhead. I'm the Jedi that you've been talking trash about. Now, to answer that dumb question, I don't know. When I woke up from the cold tank, a couple of bodies I come across were miners, and that were caused by the mining droids. So far, from the search I've been looking at, this facility seems abandoned for the past 3 days.
The miners can't all be gone, but if they are, look, hey, let me out and I can help you. I can. I've gotten out of trouble countless times.
Tell me your plan, and maybe we can go from there?
This facility isn't a military installation, which means we may have a chance. You shut down this self-security field, and I can reroute the emergency system so we can get to the hangars. We grab a ship, and then we fly out of here.
There's one first thing I need to know first. You may be in a cage, but the patients in the medical bay were killed with a lethal dose of sedatives. Do you know anything about that?
No. Should I? Maybe you should ask one of those miners who was thinking about selling you to the exchange. Maybe they wanted to drug you up for transport. Ever think about that?
Calm down. I was just asking, not accusing you, jackass.
You better watch yourself. I don't like being accused of something I didn't do. When I kill someone, trust me, you'll know. Got it? So you done interrogating me, or are we going to work together and try to get out of this mess?
Why don't you tell me exactly what to do, and then we'll see.
No deal. If I'm not leaving, you're not leaving.
Fucking hell. Fine. Alright. I trust you. If we're going to work together, we may be able to get out of this mess.
Great. Now to business. Let's get to the command console.
Right behind you, but stay ahead of me, and don't make any sudden moves to escape. Let's go.
Alright, here we are. Now this console is set on automatic hail. You may have heard it when you came in. The asteroid drift charts are constantly being updated, so it sends out a transmission to incoming vessels so they don't get crushed into space dust. The hail warns them to keep their distance until orbital drift charts are transmitted, and then provides docking instructions to incoming ships, usually freighters. Thing is, if you bounce that same transmission back to the comm here, suddenly you've got access to the communication system from the inside. Pure Bazak. The console's ours. Now, all we need to do is reactivate the turbo lifts, cancel the emergency lockdown, and hey!
What's wrong? What just happened?
This system's been severed from the main hub, after it was locked down from remote. You can't even reroute the system, it's been cut clean.
That wouldn't be standard procedure in an emergency lockdown, shouldn't it?
No. Someone tried to lock down this whole level tight and leave us here, trapped.
Is there anything else we can do with this console?
I doubt it. All we have is communications back. For all the good trying to shout in a vacuum will do us.
Hey, if there's anybody alive, that means the miners are still alive, that there's still some survivors from the attacks of the mining droids. We had to at least try to use the comms. Can we contact the miners?
We could try. But if the miners were trying to trap you up here and probably kill you, why not call them and chat? I don't think a friendly call is going to wake them up.
If you've got any bright ideas, I'm more than happy to hear it, but right now we gotta at least try and reach somebody on that comm. Perhaps there's something logged into that terminal that can give us some answers.
Be my guest. Not much else we can do. The comm's all yours.
Thank you. But first, I need to have a conversation with Creo before I get into the point of using the comms. How is it that she's able to manage to unlock my force abilities? Who is this woman? And if she is a Jedi? I got some questions for that woman that needs answering.
Yes, what have you found?
I keep hearing your voice as I continue to explore this place. Plus, you somehow managed to be able to re-establish my connection to the Force. How is this possible? Who are you really?
Ah, yes, I noticed that as well. It may be that our proximity during our long slumber may have had unforeseen consequences.
What do you mean unforeseen consequences?
We seem to be able to speak without speaking. Perhaps this effect will pass with time.
And what if this doesn't pass up? What if this is forever?
Then hope that we have little to say to each other lest it prove distracting.
Alright. I'll be back to check on N in the control center. If there's a workbench around here, I probably would have.
Found anything?
Not yet. I'll be back. Alright, let's check this out. Huh, there's some administration logs. Again, 3 days ago, so let's check it out.
Tracked at the freighter in. Was lucky it wasn't destroyed when it drifted into the asteroid field. Not much on board. One damaged droid, one annoying protocol droid, and a lot of bodies. Sent the survivor to medical and the others to the morgue. Didn't recognize the ship's ID code, so we transmitted it to the Republic for some answers. Questioned the protocol droid about what happened. Says his master, survivor, I guess, was on the Republic ship the Harbinger.
Master?
It suffered an engine failure. He says the survivor was a passenger on the vessel and a Jedi. So that's gonna mean true.
HK-47 couldn't possibly mean Revan has gone spy. He's missing, I think. Sure, but this guy must be a different protocol droid. Has to be, because this can't be HK-47 that's talking with the miners, or that's capable of doing this. Alright, let's check the second log. 253-14.
Inventoried the bodies and cargo. Everything matches the protocol droid story. The T3 droid had seized up, so we left it in storage and standby mode. Don't know what code will access it. It could be it's voice activated for all we know. We put the protocol droid to work in maintenance, sorting the mining droid comm routines and updating the recognition sensors. And to shut him up. When the survivor recovers, hopefully we can get him off this station before there's a...
Cut off. Seems to me that this protocol droid that may be an HK pro droid, but alright. Third log, which is recent, like the other terminal. 253-17. 1 day ago.
Trouble between the work ships. Word of the Jedi leaked out. The miners aren't sure what to do with him. Quarter's mining crew wanted us to collect the creds for the bounty the exchange has on Jedi, but I put a stop to that. We're contacting Telos to get the Republic records on the Jedi, but no word from the Republic. But I sent out a broadcom transmission for records on this Atton Rand. One of the miners said it used to be a smuggling vessel. Accidents are making the miners restless. The droid behavior course must be undergoing some kind of binary decay. 2 miners were drilled by a droid's mining laser, and those blasts in the ventilation tunnels nearly caused the whole facility to blow.
Well, that explains about the ventilation's malfunction because of the probably the mine droid's blaster fire. Seems to me the miners was able to get an idea of the Hog used to be a smuggler vessel, which in this case used to be true because in the last game before some of my friends in Basla, Carve Canders, T3, Mission Salbar, got off from Terrace. This is where we first found the Emin Hawk. Used to belong to David Kang. A dead crime lord. And in his hands, it used to be a smuggling vessel, but not anymore. Okay, it seems to me there's not much going on with these logs. Got some good intel about them now. Okay, let's access the comm systems. Check in the dormitories. No response. Let's see, there's somebody in the hangar bay at 25. Huh, the utility droid? Could it be? Can anybody hear me? This is Arthur Ark. Can anybody hear this comm transmission? My new friend Anne and I and the old lady Cray are trapped in the administration office. Can anybody hear me? I am a Jedi from the cult of Tang the miners keep talking about. Does anybody hear me? T3. Thank God you're alive and operational. Are you the T3 unit? Are you operational? Okay. We're trapped. Me and my new companion are trapped in the administration level. Can you unlock the turbo lifts and get us out here? Is there another way out of here besides the turbo lifts then? I'd rather risk it than to be trapped up here. Do what you can, T3 and 4. You're our only hope. Alright. We're going to need to put a stop here to these messages, folks. So this has gone a spy. The spy sign off for now. We'll be right back after these messages of Star Wars Knights for Republic, the Sith Lords.